know it's not the typical kind of video, but I felt like I needed to change. I felt like I was just kind of like in a rut. I don't know, I wasn't really feeling myself, and I felt like I needed, like, sometimes you're in a rut, sometimes you don't feel pretty, sometimes you just feel kind of stuck, and this is something that I felt like I kind of wanted to experiment with, and I decided to go for it, and the results turned out to be amazing. I'm extremely happy with the results. Hey there, Amanda, I'm Brother Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra, and I make minimalism videos. So today's video is going to be my hair transformation ash blonde cool tone palette. Yeah, I have transformed my hair, and I just want to say firstly thank you to everybody on Instagram who said that they love the hair color. That meant so much to me, guys, because like I was kind of scared to post this, but yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the love and support. I am just blessed with the best subscribers ever. Yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo. Okay, so I have a couple points that I want to share with you guys as to why I got this done, because I'm sure a couple of you are probably curious, and I also wanted to show you some of the footage. I did a really good job, or at least I think so, of documenting the process, which I think could be helpful to somebody else who might be thinking about it, or at the very least entertain you guys, because I love these type of transformation videos and I figured it could definitely entertain you guys. So yeah, so the first thing that I ended up doing before I got all of this done was I did my brows. So you guys probably saw that on my Instagram. I went and I got my brows lightened, and they did two processes just because my brows are literally the darkest part, even more so than my hair. My hair is like a mocha ash colorway, which is like a 4, but I think my brows were just like straight black. So she did two processes, and that was like around 30 bucks at the salon. It took about an hour, even though it's supposed to only take 15 minutes, but again, because I have quite dark hair. Then the second thing that I did was I wanted to achieve this colorway with my mom. So I went to my mom. My mom's like actually a certified hairdresser, so I was like, okay, let's try with my mom. And she bought like developer, 20% developer, and also Angora hair color, which was kind of like an ash colorway. It was like, the number was like 10-12, but I think after what I saw what the salon needed to do to get me to that color, I kind of understand why the color was quite brassy, even though my mom did bleach it twice. First and foremost, like neither her and I, since we've never been blonde before, we're like not naturally blonde, obviously. We didn't know that you needed to use toner. So that was something else that was like part of the process. After that, I decided to correct it myself, and I bought a hair box dye from Walmart, and it's this one. I think it's the 711. And it literally did nothing, and my hair was so damaged from the ammonium after. Not so damaged, it was very dry, and it kind of brought back memories to when I used to do my own hair with only box dyes, because that's all I could afford as a student. And I realized that like this is not it, and I was like, I'm being cheap with myself, and I was like, just go to the salon. I was like, just yesterday you had virgin hair, like you're still in the place where this can be fixed. Stop trying to do it yourself. So I was like, okay. So the next day I went to the salon near my house, and I showed them the color that I wanted, and we were speaking Mandarin. Probably not the best idea in hindsight, but I told them I wanted ash, like a blonde, not a blonde, so I said ash, right? Understandably, he literally bleached my hair and gave me an ash color. He gave me gray. He was like, didn't you want gray? So here's a picture of what it looked like when he finished, and it was like purple and gray. It's kind of frightful. What he ended up doing was he processed my hair twice with like better grade bleach, and I'm not even gonna lie, the parts that done with like the bleach from the salon, it's so soft. The parts, the very bottom parts, luckily because my hair is really long, it's not as bad, but the most damaged parts are actually the stuff that I did myself. I totally understand now why everyone is like, if you're gonna go light, please go to the salon. If you're wondering how much it was a 500 in total after tax and after tip. I feel that it's something that's on your head, and when I was quite brassy, having to like look at myself in the mirror and not like that fully content, you know, when like that fully content feeling, like I'm really happy my mom went out of her way to help me do it. When I did it with my mom, it took 7 hours, and I'm super grateful for that. Like I love my mom, it was great bonding time, it was a wonderful experience, but I could kind of see the difference between like salon professionalism and like doing it at home. It is quite different. So I think that for me, I kind of learned my lesson that if I'm going to be going later, I think that it is worth paying to go to the salon and have a professional. I understand that's like totally a privileged thing, because I know not all of us have, you know, half a grand to throw at our hair, but for me, I felt like I tried the less invasive options first. Like I tried, you know, doing it at home, and I tried a box dye, and those options did not provide the results that I wanted. So I felt like I'm an adult, I want to take responsibility, I want to do this right. So you guys know that I am a very big fan of minimalism. I have minimalism videos on my video throughout the past couple of years, and something that really resonates with me, and I don't know if this can resonate with somebody else, is the idea that although you are on a minimalism journey, that doesn't mean that you have to stagnate. I know that there is definitely a lot of notions in minimalism that are like, stop dyeing your hair, stop wearing makeup, stop wearing colorful clothes, stop this, stop that. And I can understand that from a financial perspective. That is definitely very helpful. I was only able to get ahead because I stopped doing all of those, expensive, beauty treatments that like cost money. So I totally understand why it is a part of minimalism and financial minimalism. But something that has helped me a lot in the very most recent years, especially during my minimalism break, was that there's a fluidness to all of this. You can still be a minimalist and still indulge in the things that bring joy, spark joy, make you happy. Like, it's okay to do those things. Like, those two things can exist together. That duality has really set me free, and I don't know if that can help somebody else out. Just kind of accepting that life's just a journey. I don't know, I guess I had this paradigm or notion in my head that now that I was a minimalist, I could no longer change anything anymore, and like, that's it. And I was very unhappy with that because I felt like there are certain things I wanted to adjust and I wanted to grow, and like, I just didn't let myself grow because I'm not being a good minimalist, which I don't think is the healthiest. Okay, and number 2, it is okay to change. I think that is quite similar to the previous part, is that this is just like a life journey. But I felt a lot of stigma and I felt a lot of pressure, which is just clearly a me problem. But I felt very afraid to do changes and show that on my channel because I felt like, what kind of behavior am I modeling for my subscribers? And clearly these are all just me problems. I don't know. I'm just so scared to make mistakes. Like, I'm a perfectionist, I guess, and I was just like, what are people gonna say about my hair? But one of the beautiful things about minimalism is that people are not that caught up in your life. Everyone's caught up in their own life, so you should have the freedom to indulge and pursue the things that make you happy, and you shouldn't be restricted by the opinions of other people, because it's not like, they don't matter and you don't matter, none of this matters. It's not that, but like, they're busy doing their own thing. They're really not thinking about you as deeply as you think that they are, and that's something that freed me. And I thought about, at the end of the day, like, I might be thinking, what's everyone gonna think? But no one's really gonna be thinking that deeply about my hair color the way that I'm thinking about my hair color. So that kind of freed me to just like do it. If someone finds my hair transformation super offensive, that's outside my control. Like, I have to honor my life and my wants and my needs. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it and hope for the best, because when I was honest with myself, I had to live for myself, and that's why I chose to do it, and that's why I chose to make that decision. And just like, not that my subscribers' opinions don't matter. My subscribers' opinions do matter to me, but I want to model, living your best life, and that changes. I'm in this era right now, and there'll probably be a time in the future where like, I want to change again, and this is not this that suits me right now might not suit 40-year-old Nat, it might not suit 50-year-old Nat, but this is currently 30-year-old Nat. So it's like, okay, let's honor that. Just like who I was, in my 20s, extreme minimalism it up was what 20-year-old Nat wanted. So I have to honor these seasons, and I feel like that can really help. Okay, the other thing, 3, what you seek is on the other side of fear. And this is a Zen principle that has saved my mental health so much, because I think minimalism, if done wrong, can put you into chokehold. At least it was for me. Like, I was so terrified to do anything that was outside the minimalism trope, because I was just like, I just seen so many good benefits with minimalism. I was like, how can I turn my back on it? This is something I've talked a lot about on my channel, but I am a really big believer in Zen, and life is to change. So what you seek is on the other side of fear. So if there's something that I want to do, but I'm afraid to do it, I'm like, just do it. The end result for all of us is that we die. I know it's like super morbid, but you can learn about yourself and who you are and your wants and needs by doing the things that you want to do. So as you guys have seen on my life journey that I've documented here on YouTube, like, I do crazy and wild things. Like, I invested in crypto, that tanked. Tried a jewelry business. I don't even know. I've like tried so many things. So. I share it with you guys, and some things work and some things don't, and like, that's okay. But essentially, I have learned a lot about myself and who I am because I have given myself full permission to do these other things. And that's why what you seek is on the other side of fear. So if I'm afraid to do something, you'll learn a lot about yourself by going through that life experience. Okay, number 4, and this is more like a technical question, is your hair damaged? So my hair is actually quite healthy. I know what damaged hair feels like, because when I used to always dye my hair every month with a box dye, my hair was completely and utterly fried. So I know what fried hair feels like. This is really soft. And I think the reason for that, or at least my theory, is that my starting point was quite healthy. I had virgin hair. My entire hair, the entire length of my hair was completely virgin. I had not processed it. And I also had a heatless system for my hair. I never straightened it and I never blow dried it. Like I would use like a cold air just to like schwa, but then beyond that, like my hair has been in its natural state for 4 years. So I had like the thickest shaft before I started this entire treatment, and I did the treatment in a relatively short span of time, in the sense that like I did the first process with my mom with like a relatively professional grade bleach, and then I let it rest, and then the next day I went to the salon, and then in that one we also did like a short treatment. We used like a higher developer, shorter period of time, and we just like let it sit, so we didn't do any hair breakage. So with that like system of like doing it well, I think that's the reason why my hair came out so healthy. Here, I'll show it to you guys. If you guys have blonde hair or bleached hair, you'll know right here. Do you see the way I can yank this? With bleached hair, if not done well, it kind of has like a stringy, like it just kind of like breaks, right? Very soft. And if you guys also saw, another indicator of healthy hair is that the curl pattern is intact. So if you guys saw my Instagram pictures, my curl pattern still takes, and this is probably among one of the like the shade before platinum. This is like, I think like a shade 9 or 10. So to have gone literally from the lowest level, or yeah, like a 4 all the way to a 10 in like one go and still have very healthy hair, that's because my starting point was very healthy. It's nice. The other nice thing about having like light colored hair and like it also being processed, this is something that I already knew like when I used to have colored hair. The hair is porous, like it isn't damaged, but it is more porous, so I don't have to wash it as often. Another question, number 5, what are you gonna do when your roots grow out? That's a good question. I've never been this blonde. I have no idea what that might look like, but I saw that Kim had platinum blonde hair, and she also has a similar colorway naturally to me, and she rocked really long roots, and I thought that looked very pretty because I am a winter palette, so because of that, I feel like the contrast will look pretty, so I think it'll be okay. The other question, ash tone blonde, like why'd you pick this color? So the reason that I picked this color is because I am a winter palette. I guess my complexion and also like the high density of my face, which means that like I have like protruding cheekbones, I have a protruding nose, like I have like large eyes and arched brows because of all of these high density features. In addition to the very severe paleness of my skin, I'm considered a winter palette, also the darkness of my eyes. So because of that, winter palettes look best in high contrast colors. So I look very good in like very dark, and that's why my natural color, I mean, obviously looked very nice on me, in addition to very cool blondes, which is something I didn't know. I just happened to be watching like styling videos for winter palettes, and it was saying like if you are a winter palette, ash, cool, icy blonde is one of the shades that will look very good on you, would not wash you out. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. And so I photoshopped myself. If I find the pictures, I'll put them here. And I was like, I think that'll actually look really nice. So right now I am literally in my Targaryen era. I think it looks very flattering. I think it looks really pretty. It's very ash, very cool, very beige, which I think is very flattering. So I'm extremely happy with the results, and I bought some purple shampoo, which I hope to maintain the color, and we'll see how it goes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this transformation video. I hope that it was informative. Thank you so much for having taken the time to watch, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.